We're just about ready to kick off today's qualifying here in Melbourne. It's the Australian Grand Prix. Now then, Anthony Davidson, you're not getting any younger, but you have been involved in your fair share of qualifying sessions in an illustrious 30-year career. How do you deal with the pressure when you have that one chance to deliver a perfect lap?
It's not so much about dealing with the pressure, it's more about how you approach the risk and just how much of it are you willing to take. You're constantly balancing the car on the edge of grip from braking, cornering and traction. And over the course of a lap, it's easy to get that balance wrong. And that's why achieving the perfect lap is almost impossible. As you say, I've been doing this 30 years now, and it never gets any easier.
Bad. Are you alright? Let me know you're alright.
Following hosted by Adelaide, Melbourne has been home to the Australian Grand Prix since
With qualifying finished, it's time to remind ourselves of our top three. Hamilton, Leclerc. It's race day here in Melbourne as we continue with what could shape up to be one of the best Australian Grand Prix. So here we are at Albert Park Circuit, 3.3 miles of public roads, closed for the weekend of course, make for a bumpy surface with little undulation. There are 16 corners around the lake with the best passing opportunities coming at turn 1 and turn 3. I'm joined again today by none other than Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, obviously there's a lot of development work that goes on with these cars between the races. You've been both a test driver and a race driver. What differences are there in the way you approach those roles?
Interesting question, Crofty. They're two very different mindsets. I mean, when I tested for BAR, we had full in-season testing where, per driver, you'd cover up to 15,000 kilometres per season. And in that role, it was more about working for the team, trying to help them improve the car and drive as systematically as you could, so that that data could be analysed in the most consistent way. When you're lining up on the grid for a race, however, your frame of mind's all about what you can get out of the situation on that day, and the car's the tool to help you achieve what you want. You still want to focus on setup, of course, but it's more about the here and now, getting yourself as far up the field as possible, and less about development work for the future.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Verstappen, Alexander Albon, and Vettel, Perez, Raikkonen, Magnussen, and Carlos Sainz. Stroll, Hülkenberg, Pierre Gasly, and Grosjean. Giovinazzi, Russell, Daniel Ricciardo and Daniel Kvyat. Kubica and Lando Norris starts from the back of the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down. finishing time at the end of the race. Take it easy on the car. We can't sustain this level of damage. A new strategy is available on the MFD. Got that confirmed. Release. Race officials have enabled DRS. DRS is now available. West out at the back. Last place. Russell's just ahead. Push for the position. They're on fresh softs. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Just 3 laps to go now. 3 laps. laps of fuel remaining. This is your final lap of the race. There's only one lap of fuel remaining. Russell ahead. Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
So Mercedes have won it, and what a great race it was. Talk to me, Ant. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
Well, this was a real team victory. They put together a solid strategy today that appeared well suited to the conditions out on track. The driver did everything that was expected of them in the moment to really execute the team's plan to perfection, a shining example of how F1 really is a team sport.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot, a well-earned victory for Mercedes.